And at this point, countries are scrambling to avert a regional conflagration amid concerns that the fallout from the Iran-Israel tensions could destabilize countries caught in the crossfire. One such country is Jordan. It borders Syria and Iraq in the north. Israel is also right next door. So is the Israeli-occupied West Bank. Saudi Arabia is at its southeast border. And as you can see from the map, Jordan finds itself in a unique position with an array of security concerns. You see, Jordan has often been called the island of stability in a sea of chaos. It is a key strategic partner for the United Nations. It welcomes refugees with open arms. Even when other countries have hit their limit, it works with other countries in ensuring regional stability. Most importantly, it is a major regional ally of the US. American troops are based there. They carry out extensive exercises with the Jordanian army throughout the year. And due to its geographic location, Jordan always finds itself caught in the precarious position amid regional tensions. Experts are worried that Iran-backed proxies that are operating out of Jordan's neighboring countries could seriously threaten the country's stability. They say there is an increased risk of radicalized individuals and groups operating within Jordan's borders to get inspired by the violence and seek to carry out attacks against both Jordanian and American interests. Since the Gaza war started 6 months ago, over 160 attacks on American troops have been reported in Syria and Iraq, both countries neighboring Jordan. These groups, like the Iraq-based Al-Hashid al-Shabi, have reportedly also been involved in smuggling weapons and drugs, along with other illicit activities across the border. The influx of arms and drugs not only threatening to destabilize Jordan, they also pose a direct threat to regional security. And then in January this year, 3 US Army soldiers were killed, more than 30 service members were injured when Iran-backed groups launched an overnight drone attack from Iraq into Jordan. It was the first time that US troops were killed by enemy fire in West Asia since the beginning of the Gaza war. The attack served as a sobering example of the very real and immediate threat posed by these non-state actors. But Jordan is facing challenges within its borders as well. Recently, the overall perception of stability in Jordan has also been somewhat shaken. Its economy is struggling. There is high youth unemployment. And then there are repressive freedom of expression laws. New public opinion insights showing that disagreement over the Gaza war could also pose challenges for Jordan. According to surveys, in fact, Arabs are split on Jordan's response to the war, but are in a near consensus in opposing Jordan's recognition of Israel. Notably, a majority of the people also view the US as the biggest threat to peace and stability within the region, followed by Israel. What's more, the country faces significant challenges from the ongoing Syrian crisis, the deadlock in the Israel-Palestine conflict, and the rise of radicalism in West Asia as a result of economic and political factors. Long story short, there is a lot at stake here for Jordan. The country is facing challenges that could be worsened by any spillover from the Israel-Hamas war, consistently finding itself caught between regional threats, coupled with the socio-economic pressures it faces within. Jordan's leadership has been vocal in calling for a ceasefire in Gaza. Still, when Iran launched those drones and missiles at Israel, the Jordanian Air Force stepped in to help Israel. And in the aftermath, Jordan opened up its airspace to Israeli and American planes. They also apparently shot down drones that violated its own airspace. And this was a surprising move from Jordan. Why, you ask? Because number one, Jordan has been highly critical of Israel's military campaign in Gaza. Number two, 1 in 5 people in Jordan are of Palestinian descent, including the country's own queen. Number three, over the past few weeks, there have been increasingly aggressive protests in Jordan against Israel. So when Jordan came to Israel's rescue, the world was surprised. Now, you may be wondering why Jordan appeared to help Israel, and the answer is simple: to protect itself. It faces a tough balancing act. On one hand, Jordan has its stand on the Gaza war. On the other hand, it has its strategic friendship with the US. The Jordanian leadership has to find a way to balance all of these competing interests in order to defend and protect itself from the regional configuration. Jordan has admitted this, in fact. It was quick to say that in helping Israel, it was actually defending itself. It also wants to show the US that it is a good partner. After all, the country is a beneficiary of significant military and economic assistance from America. So while Jordan's response was a surprise, experts say it is not a fundamental shift in their stand. It is deeply rooted more in the country's necessities rather than in a diplomatic stance. To stay up to speed with the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.